How is everyone doing? I am not doing too hot. It's been exactly 4 months since I posted my video about leaving Canada and doing my travels. About 33% of the way to a full year. And man, the struggles, I have so many highs and so many lows. It's hard to really recap all the struggles and all the highs that I have in a short video, but I can try my best. All in all, there's a lot of things I'm trying to juggle, a lot of things that I want to do better, but the main thing is all the pressure that I'm feeling is coming from myself. So this is more or less a video to remind myself it's okay to be bad. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to feel lonely. It's okay that you're over budget. It's okay that you suck at making videos. It's okay you're not fluent at Spanish yet. It's okay that you are walking down in the middle of the street talking to a camera. Because mainly, this is a learning process. And I don't know about you, when I learn, it's messy, it's bad, it's terrible. But I have to go through this struggle of imperfection to attempt to get to perfection. By no means are my travels perfect. They look amazing. I try to make them look great, put a good message on them, but ultimately I'm fooling myself if I don't post something about the bad times. To restate my point, travel is amazing. I've talked to old friends, I've texted them, and it's concise that everyone says your travels absolutely look amazing. It looks like you're living the life. You're living the dream. And I have to admit, there are times that I absolutely believe that. I am up in the clouds, literally. Like, I'm going to cut away to me paragliding in Medellin. That was an absolute surreal moment to be just climbing up in a I thought paragliders just kept going downwards, but no. This guy just kept spiraling it up and we kept gaining altitude. It was the most amazing view of Medellin you could probably get. So, yes, there are absolutely times on these travels that I am definitely living the dream and my head's up in the clouds, literally. But on the flip side, I would be kidding myself if I continue to post videos that didn't show the bad sides. Now, I never intentionally pull up the camera and say like, hey, I'm gonna crash this motorcycle, better make sure this is on film. None of that is caught on camera, but I feel like I need to take a moment to sit down and actually say that this is by far not easy. Yes, there's amazing adventures, amazing people I'm meeting, but there's also the flip side. I'm constantly changing hostel to hostel. I'm never really staying in one place longer than a week. I have literally the same clothes I started with. I am sick and tired of seeing that floral shirt. The other odd thing is that you have to be extroverted on at 100% all the time. You're answering the same questions to all these strangers. Where are you from? Where are you traveling to? How long have you been traveling? And you consistently rinse, repeat these same things. And don't get me wrong, I love sharing my experiences and hearing the diversity that all these travelers are coming from. Each country, their heritage, just the culture that they grew up with. I love hearing it. But after the 100th traveler, I kind of get bored. I get uninterested about their backstory and where they're going, what they're doing, because it resets within a week. And the other side is that I have to be aware 100% of the time, all the time. I'm never fully safe. And there are cities that I have to say are really safe, built for tourists, that I can actually relax in. But I can't fully ever relax. I'm always on guard. Is someone charging me more than they should be? Is someone going to rob me? Is someone going to mug me? The other day, someone actually took my wallet, pickpocketed me. I was lucky enough that I'm always aware and was attentive and instantly knew and confronted the individual and grabbed my wallet back. But to know that that can happen at any given moment, at any second in your travel, is exhausting. And I've also made so many other friends that are traveling as well, and seeing their posts that are amazing. Like, am I missing out? There's so much to this travel that I didn't even think of or knew existed until I actually started traveling. One thing that made me realize that I needed to make this type of video was watching my first video that I released when I left on this trip. Goodbye, Calgary. It signified when I was starting my travels, and it was literally 4 months ago. And 33% of the way there, there's so many things I've learned and so many things I want to tell my old self that I'm kind of realizing there's a lot of things that my future self is going to be disappointed in me. There's a lot of things I want to achieve on these travels, and I keep beating myself up. Have I achieved them? And I'll be honest, I don't think I'm exactly where I want to be, but I don't know how to get there either. This is all just trial and error for me. That's the best way I know how to learn. If one thing doesn't work, I pivot. And I have to say there's been a lot of pivoting. And I think I need a bigger pivot. I'm on my travels to my last city of Colombia. And the next country is Ecuador. And right now it's honestly not the safest country to travel to, but I'm putting myself in that risk because I know there's something there that I want to see. Now, I can't share it with you, and I'm pretty sure you can guess what it is, but Ecuador is going to be definitely the start of something different. I told myself I'm no longer going to party after Colombia. Colombia is definitely a country you have to party at, but in order for me to achieve the goals that I've set out on my travels, I definitely have to say that there's a point where I can't just travel for the hell of it. I have to build something on my travels. There's a reason why I picked up a GoPro, why I want to be inspirational. There's so much motivation behind all of this. Last take, so I'm going to keep that in there and just talk over the phone ringing. But there's a whole reason to my travels. I could just travel for a year, all of Latin America, and just have a blast, spend my money, say, screw it, I'm just going to live my best year and then go back and work. But I want to do something with this. I want to build something that can be sustainable, to call this my job. Not specifically being a YouTuber, but motivating others, sharing my experiences, leading through example. I want that to be my career. I want to help others to think a little differently, test what they believe is possible. And honestly, the only way I know how to do that is leading through example. And right now, this example is saying that it's not going to always be perfect. It's not always going to be an amazing dream. So this is one video that honestly is not going to be a polished one. It's not going to be amazing. but it's definitely one that was needed. Now, I'll quickly show you all the footage of the amazing moments that I had in Colombia, because this country was beautiful and is beautiful, I should say. Can't remember how high this is. 700 steps, 88 flights. I think he said like a few hundred meters. But the views.
Whatever it was, no matter what it was. It's quite funny. But you always said that, how do you do it? One week.
But there are definitely times that it's reminded me that this is not a cakewalk. My entire travels have reminded me this is not something that's easy, especially filming and trying to make something of it. So, as I continue on these travels, I'm going to make the best of it. And the best of it may not be on camera. I'll continue to film and show you what I think is amazing about these travels, but there's a lot of things that I'll work in the background that might not be quite evident in the videos. Like journaling. I've documented everything every single day. It's exhausting as well. But I have a lot of plans that I want to do. I can't reveal them yet because literally within the next month you will see full circle where my travels are going to come back to. Literally. But here's to 4 months of travel. 33% of the way there.